Hey everyone, how about here, Bruno? A video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the Carnival LR Full Power Jiren. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So of course, last night, they ended up providing the preview for the new LR Carnival Jiren. It is a standby unit, and he does go full power, and he looks pretty incredible. So these are, in a sense, the card arts here. You have the AGL, which is actually surprising to me, LR Jiren. Then you have the standby, and then you have the full power Jiren. Now, I'm not a fan of really any of the card arts. Even Jiren kind of standing with his face back on the, or his back facing us, isn't all that great. So yeah, I'm not too high on the card arts, but I think we'll look at the HD card arts when they do come out, and I'll do the full breakdown and team builds and all that stuff when the data download comes out. So anyway, let's go ahead and break down the unit in of itself. This is a interesting unit. Like I mentioned before, it's surprising it's AGL. So if you look at the current LR Carnival units that are out there, we're missing mostly tech in reality. But ultimately, when you're looking at these units here, you can see that having another AGL, just like we have 3 Carnival physical, we're probably going to see at least a tech, an int, or a STR when it comes to the Worldwide Celebration right around the corner. But anyway, again, let's break down the unit in of itself. This is a very special leader skill because this is the first time you have a dual category 200% leader when it comes to a Carnival banner. And I hope we see more of this. Now, given everybody in Universe 11 is basically a part of the Universal Survivor Saga, I would think, right? Maybe not Margarita, I guess. I'm not even sure if Margarita is a part of the Universal Survivor Saga on here. But anyway, primarily it's it's the same. It's a very, very small category, Universe 11. So they just basically, if you are going to be running Universe 11, you're going to get an additional key, right? It's +4 to key versus +3 to key. So you do have a 12 key and a 18 key super attack, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and then greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and a high chance of stunning the enemy. So that are the super attacks here. The passive skill, pretty strong one. It's key +8, so they're really helping you go ahead and boost up and get to that ultra super attack here. Key +8, attack and defense 350% flat out. They're like, hey, you know what? No need to build. You can just get 350 right off the bat there. Disables enemy's action of the enemy hit by character's attack once within the turn that you basically enter. So it is a very nice ability here where you might not get super attacked, or at least you're not going to get hit one time because it's going to be disabled for that 1 turn, and that could provide you some benefit there. So it's all RNG though. So if that attack is going to be a super attack or not, but if it was, hey, huge benefit there. You also have reduces damage received by 50%. Again, no build up, just you get 50%, you get 350% the stat. Jiren tends to just already be at, super strong right off the bat. So plus an additional attack and defense 50% when attacking, okay, and then plus an additional 100% to attack, and a great chance of performing a critical hit, and reduces damage by 11% as a second or third attack on a turn. So ultimately, you want to run this in middle position or floater. You might run this unit as a floater if you're running maybe more of a UI Goku type of main rotation versus possibly a Jiren rotation. Now, we don't know when we're going to get the full power Jiren LR, the tech one, that is going to hopefully EZA, and they become best buddies, and that's going to be a hell of a rotation, especially if the tech full power Jiren is going to EZA and it's going to be a first position type unit. All right. So now you also have the standby mode here, which standbys for 5 turns, which is actually quite a bit. But I don't think you need to standby for 5 turns. And then in which the count is 1 key sphere obtained, and once I think you maximize it, you can go ahead and become full power, and then can be activated from the 3rd turn from the start of the turn once only. So remember, from the 3rd turn from the start of the turn. So make sure that you have this ability ready for when you're going to then transform and go standby. I think this is kind of an automatic. There's not much here that you're going to miss when you go full power, so you might as well just go ahead and stand by it as soon as possible. Link skills: Supreme Warrior, Shocking Speed, and Fire, Godly Power, Tournament Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Most people that you're going to be using is going to have Tournament Power, so you're going to have additional 3 key there, plus 8, right? Plus 8, 3, and if you have Universal 11, that's plus 4. So yeah, you're going to get Ultra Super Attack pretty easily here. You're on a lot of different categories, which is nice, right? So it's Universal Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Universal 11, Space Traveling Warriors, Powerful Comeback, Defenders of Justice, Battle of Fate, Tournament Participants, and Super Bosses. So they're all pretty amazing. This is going to be a nice boost to Super Bosses as well. This being also, but the problem here, if you're going to be running like on a Broly team, it is not. It is going to be a super class unit. So that is one little hiccup there. But you know, again, having another Super Bosses unit is this is the year of the Super Bosses, it seems like. So so ultimately, when you go standby here, this is your passive skill. You're not able to attack. So I'm not a huge fan of these types of passives, but what you do want to get as much key spheres as possible so you can go ahead and transform and you don't have to wait for the 5 turns, right? So you just want to get everything going and then say, hey, you know what, now I get to transform. But as you are on standby, you pretty much can't die. 350% to defense, all allies keep us 3, reduces damage by 50%, plus an additional damage reduction of 11% per key sphere obtained. So you can easily get up to 100% fairly easily there. Plus an additional defense 100% just throwing in there when receiving an attack. Randomly changes 1 key sphere of a certain type from AGL, not AGL, to AGL key spheres, and then all allies 70% to attack, self-excluded if this character is in the 2nd or 3rd position. So again, you do want to probably put this in the 2nd position here. You want to get the finishing attack, boosted up, not have to wait the 5 turns. If you do have to wait the 5 turns, that's gonna be awful, but I don't think you will need to. Once you maximize it, you should just do the finishing attack and go into the transformation. So you do change the Link skill here from Shocking Speed to Cold Judgment. Kind of a loss there, but you do have all allies keep us 3, so no problem. But again, ultimately you want to get the finishing attack as soon as possible so you can go full power, because when you go full power, you go full power. It is a beast of a unit, and greatly raises attack and defense. Greatly raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn is the 12 key, and then massively raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, and guarantees a stun for the ultra super attack. So what do you get? Like I said, you want to get here as soon as possible. And you get key plus 11, all right? So again, easy to get ultra super attack. Attack and defense 400%, no problem. That's a huge boost. Reduction of damage is 60%. Foresees super attacks and reduces damage received by additional 11% for 1 turn from the start of the character's entry turn. So that first turn, you're not gonna die. Really, you're not gonna die. Plus an additional attack and defense 111% when attacking. Okay, great chance of performing a critical hit. Plus an additional chance of performing a critical hit 11% with each super attack performed, and then plus an additional 50% and attacks guaranteed to hit when your key is 24, and then plus an additional 50% with each super attack received. So every time you get a super attack, you're gonna get boosted up and get stronger and stronger and stronger there. So in a sense, just kind of keep this in mind. When you transform, once you get to this position, you are going to be just an absolute beast. You're going to do so much damage. You're going to have the 60% damage reduction. You're going to have a crazy amount of stats. You're going to be fine, right? You're going to be fine. And so full power is absolutely what that is. A beast of a full power Jiren here. So I do like this. Hopefully, again, we don't have to wait the 5 turns here to go finishing attack, right? Because this is standby for 5 turns. Hopefully once you get enough of the key spheres and you max out, you can do the finishing attack and boom, you're at full power and you're just killing everybody. So anyway, so this is the breakdown here. What does this entail? Well, what we want is the easy to full power Jiren to have a best friend. So we should probably get some information about that fairly soon as well. We might even get that in the data download tonight. So look out for that. And then finally, you know, the teams that you're going to be able to build on this is just incredible. So Universal Survivor Saga has now moved back up to like the cream of the crop, right? Realm of Gods is as well. If you're thinking about using the Dokkan Festival exclusive UI Goku. But ultimately, you know, Universal Survivor Saga in general has now just risen to one of the top and best teams in the game, along with Super Heroes, along with Realm of Gods, like I mentioned before. And then down here, you almost have a full, really good Universal 11. You're missing kind of one unit, so you just have to put someone else on there, and that's fine. So, but Universal 11 is so small, it really doesn't matter. So, but it's actually a great team. Again, just missing one particular unit. So that's pretty much about it. I just wanted to at least do a preview breakdown here and give you my initial thoughts. He is going to be an incredible carnival unit. You know, if you're free to play, should you summon for him? I don't know. If you EZA, the tech EZA Jiren just becomes an absolute beast as well. You might want to, you know, throw a little bit of Dragon Stones on there, but remember, carnival banners are very tough banners, and you do want to watch out for that. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we will catch you next time. Later.